From ABC 7 News, Midday Live starts now.
Financial challenges, work-life balance, physical health, social media, these are all stressors overwhelming so many mothers and fathers on a daily basis as they navigate parenthood. A new advisory from the Surgeon General is shining a spotlight on these issues and calling for change.
According to the new data, nearly half of parents saying most days their stress is completely overwhelming. Compare that to just 26% among adults that do not have kids.
ABC 7 News anchor Amanda Del Castillo had a conversation with U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy about this report and what he's calling for to help parents thrive.
So in a world where we're seeing
in response to this advisory, which is what can I do to help the parents in my life? What can I do as an individual? And what can I do as a member of the organizations that I belong to?
And, you know, it really helps to have a group, right, a support network, and those do exist in the Bay Area for parents. So we want to make sure you or somebody you know, if you're struggling with mental health issues for whatever reason, there is help. We've put together a list of local resources at abc7news.com/takeaction.
California is getting nearly $150 million to build more than 9,000 more electric vehicle charging stations all across the state. The funds are coming from the federal government's infrastructure package. Most of the money will go toward building charging stations for zero-emission trucks across the West Coast. But BART will receive $14 million to install charging ports in every BART parking lot.
There's new opposition to proposed legislation that would rein in major AI systems in California. San Francisco Mayor Lyndon Breeze says she's against San Francisco State Senator Scott Wiener's AI safety bill. SB 1047 would require safety assessments for AI models that cost more than $100 million. The goal is to prevent powerful AI systems from being used to hurt humanity in catastrophic ways. Mayor Breed wrote in a letter, more work needs to be done to bring together industry, government, and community stakeholders before moving forward with a legislative solution that doesn't add unnecessary bureaucracy. We've reached out to Senator Wiener for a response to the letter, but have not yet heard back.
Well, it's certainly not the way you want to end a great vacation, right? Getting a list of chores before you have to head home. A bill on Governor Newsom's desk is trying to add more transparency to Airbnb bookings. This week, the state Senate passed a bill that would require Airbnb and other short-term rental companies to disclose cleaning requirements before you actually book. If Governor Newsom signs the bill into law, those rules would kick in next July.
More people are visiting some San Francisco landmarks. Placer AI measures cell phone data from the first half of this year and compared it to the same time last year. The Presidio's Tunnel Tops Park saw the highest boost in visitors with an estimated 45% increase. Salesforce Towers saw a 34% increase. Ocean Beach saw 18% more visitors. And San Francisco South Market, or make that Museum of Modern Art, SF MoMA, saw 15% more. Foot traffic in Union Square, however, fell an estimated 9%. All right, coming up next, taking a look at the best and worst times to hit the road for the long Labor Day weekend.
Cannot believe it's Labor Day weekend already. Plus, marine biologists are explaining why more killer whales are being spotted closer to the shore than usual in Monterey Bay.
And meteorologist Lisa Arjun will be back with the latest check on your forecast.
Klamath River along the California-Oregon border is set to flow unimpeded once again. According to the Chronicle, the removal of 4 dams on the Klamath is expected to wrap up this week. The effort is considered the largest dam dismantling in U.S. history, and it's been decades in the making. The dismantling has been supported by both states, environmentalists, and Native American tribes, with the goal of restoring the river and its native wildlife and fish populations, especially salmon.
Take a look at this site captured off the coast of Monterey Bay. 2 pods of killer whales put on a show over the weekend for a whale watching group. There's been an increase in orca sightings recently along the coast, closer to shore than usual. Marine biologists say the whales were likely searching for food, with a peak number of humpback whales now in their foraging grounds off the coast. Such an impressive, majestic sight.
Hi, I'm Amanda Del Castillo from ABC 7 Mornings with your Labor Day weekend travel look ahead. The city of San Francisco is one of the top 10 destinations in the country for Labor Day travel this year. That's according to AAA. Seattle takes the #1 spot for 2024, followed by Orlando, Florida, and Anchorage, Alaska. Back here in the Bay Area, if you are hitting the roads, let's get you through the best and worst times to depart with a focus on the end of the work week. Thursday, leave before 11 a.m. Avoid travel from 1 to 7:30 p.m. Friday, you should be in the clear if your commute starts before noon or after 6. Then Saturday, the 31st, leave after noon and avoid travel from 8 to 11 a.m. Now, for that return trip, Sunday, the best time to leave is before noon. The worst traffic is expected between 2 and 8. On Monday, Labor Day, leave before 10 a.m. and avoid travel from 11 to 8. Then on Tuesday, the 3rd, it's best to leave after 1 p.m. with the 8 to noon window expected to be the worst. AAA says we will hit peak congestion on Monday around 4:45 p.m. The drive on westbound 80 from Sacramento to San Francisco taking an upwards of 2 hours and 4 minutes. Now, I'll leave you with tips for a smoother travel. Leave early, use traffic maps and tools, and call 511 for updated travel information from the state. Of course, the ABC 7 Bay Area app and ABC7news.com are also great resources. I'm Amanda Del Castillo with your Labor Day weekend travel look ahead.
Okay, thanks, Amanda. As we get going, temperatures come down for your Thursday. The cooling continues on Friday. Near average Saturday, a bit below average for the first day of September, and then we're going to crank up the heat again. Julian and Kristen return after the break.
A high-tech baseball is helping visually impaired people play a game called Beep Baseball, and they're using their hearing to play the game. Dozens of teams across the country compete in Beep Baseball. The sport has been around since the 1970s. The baseball actually beeps so players can hear and detect where the ball is headed. Everyone, regardless of their level of vision, wears a blindfold and steps up to the plate.
Ooh.
Yeah. And there are other sports that have that now, too, right? I think volleyball is another one. And there's just so many different ways now that sports are inclusive, which is great.
Exactly. And I love how they kind of level the playing field, too, right? By giving everyone those blindfolds. Because if you think it looks easy, I bet you it's not.
Yeah, that was literal and metaphoric. I love that use of that. And it's great. I mean, just look how much fun everybody can have of all ability levels.
Exactly.
Right? Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here tomorrow and at 3. Take care. Thank you.